This whole back dock area is a mess right now, but it'll eventually have a dumpster and some storage in here. And then our water heater's in this little area over here, so it's accessed from the outside, not from the inside. Okay, this little room's by the back door. I'm not exactly sure what they were doing with this when they made it, but it's got a sink in here and almost nothing. This would make a pretty decent office. This is my guess where we'll actually end up putting it. This place has a ton of dry storage. Here's where the old oil recycling thing is. We've got our own system that will come in here and replace this. There's a ton of dry storage through here. You can see all this. So some of this will probably end up being prep area, but if we ever need it, we got tons of dry storage area. This room here was actually a prep room. I think that whenever we take over, we'll actually make this a dish room and maybe put a dishwasher right there where the sink is. And this will become where we wash the dishes. Okay, this walk-in cooler is absolutely huge. Andy says that although this equipment's maybe 6 or 7 years old, it's top of the line and it's charged up and running well. In the 10 minutes that we took to test it, when we were running it, it cooled down extremely fast, and in fact, this is the freezer, and it's a walk-in, kind of dark in there, hard to see. And although this equipment's old, it's also pretty good shape. So here's the, this is actually the freezer. Those are doors to the front there. And here's inside again. There's not a whole lot of usable equipment in here. This is a kind of a steam table. This is their 3-wash sink. So they washed all their dishes by hand when it was Grandy's. This is a kettle. It's not in too bad a shape. We might end up getting this working and it might work. There's 2 flat grills that look like they just need some cleaning. They might be okay. This grill's okay, but it's much smaller than what we need, so we'll probably end up sending it to the auction also. As far as vent hoods go, you've got one nice big one right here, and it's over these. It may have to be moved either sideways or turned around so we can access it from the front instead of from the back like we're doing here. But we also have this other crazy little vent hood system here above all these fryers, and that'll have to be removed and almost thrown out. As far as fryers go, Grandy's used this crazy 6-bay fryer, which Andy says is a nightmare to work on because of all the internal components on it. It's got way too much stuff than it needs to make it work, and so he said good luck with it if we keep it because it's a pain. This double oven will also go to the auction. Not a whole lot of baking at Big Shucks, and whatever we do, we can do not this way. As far as the rest of this stuff, all these little steam tables up front, they're basically worthless because they're built-ins. We'll try to get a little bit of money at the auction, but they're probably going to be 90% just scrapped and thrown away. This counter will also be redone, and we'll redo our thing here. If it cut me off, this menu board over here is going to be a nice place to put a lit-up menu on the side over there. As well as we've got these behind us, but I don't think we'll end up using those. This little cooler is pretty much junk. This ice machine is actually a Hoshizaki, which is what we use at the restaurants, but it's ancient, and Andy said pretty much expect to maybe have to replace it. It might work for a while though, and we'll definitely try it out in the beginning. And then that was the little tiny office, and we're in the little drive-through area. Here's the drive-through window. Now when they tear the windows out of out front, my guess is they're going to have to tear all this out, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to tear it out anyway. Wasted space. We'll probably move the counter up a little bit closer to the front. They've already started tearing a little bit of the ceiling out. One of the issues we're going to have with this is no insulation. You can see up to the top there where the wood is, and there's absolutely no insulation there. So before we let them be finished with that, we got to make sure they either spray some in or put some in or something, or else we're never going to get this place cool and hot. The basic dining room, as far as that goes, my guess is we'll use most of these booths and stuff that are on the outside edge. We'll probably clear out most of the stuff on the inside and redo this crazy country wall and maybe make that a divider to another part. Part of this wall will be probably taken out and made kind of bar space. This is just on the other side of where the counter is, and we'll use that as the bar, and this will end up being the condiment area over here. Here's a generic look from the front. We're going to take out most of this stuff over here, but just so you can get a generic idea of what it looks like as you walk into Grandy's normally. That's it.